There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And Goff going to look to throw right away. It's complete to Williams. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Gone. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Off play action. Here's Goff. That went out wide and intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, he thought he wasn't going to turn the ball over at all. Like, not one turnover. I don't get that quick shit, man. He paused the game, so it wasn't like, I never understand it. I done been beat by almost 50 points. I don't got to quit. Not one quit. That shit's too frequent on Madden, too. They got to figure out a way.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
I'm bringing Curl flat team a little bit more.
Hurts throwing right away. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. Down to the 10. Touchdown.
Just missed it.
Jahan Dotson, 74 yards. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say that it'd get tested on play number one. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. That, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. On play action. Love to throw. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better.
He had a man there. He had to man him.
They tried to equal it on that throw.
Here's Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They go with Jacobs. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Play action this time with Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw now. Here's Love. Slant route. He's got Dobbs. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
Damn.
And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No. It appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Christian Watson, 49 yards. And the Packers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well,
We needed that.
audacity. But defensively, I think
2
you're
fourth
right on
downs.
target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Well, now how about this return? And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. These two teams all tied after one. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing. Love. Down to the sideline, and it's intercepted.
I forced that. He ran the route for him. He just playing, man.
Interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now 3rd down and 7. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Throwing is Hurts.
Damn, I couldn't get there.
Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, 30 yards.
That keeps happening to me, too. The lurkers getting picked on.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
The run back right here.
Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Oh, shit.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. That's complete to Dobbs. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Love from the gun. Now this aired out deep.
Too short. Too short. Like, he's not putting no air on, like, no gas under that. I gotta put it up. I guess I could have bulleted that. I guess I could have. I'll take that. That's me. Okay, let him score right here. Dang it, that's my fault.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Hurts. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Final play of the half, Love. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
I wasn't going to throw another pick. I already got 2 on his head. It's been bad. The game wouldn't let me flow like I needed to.
Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
More Josh. More Josh. But they defensive line ain't really built for that. Playing a lot of man, too.
Touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
Excuse me, man. Come on.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Working out of the gun. Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
So they will set up shop. Excellent field position.
I don't know what to do.
At the 19-yard line.
What was I supposed to do?
Here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll go to Barkley again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Here's Hurts to throw.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay,
Bad guesses on Hurts. The bad guess. We guessed it too. We guessed it. We guessed a run, and it wasn't a run. We had a fumble.
Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Elliott got on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Don't worry about nothing besides getting on the board. We got to score. Field goal or touchdown. We can't go 0 right here.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Love looking to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
beating ourselves. There ain't really nothing special going on.
Already at the line, this Philly
Taking
offense
sacks
set
at
to
wrong
go.
times,
They got the
fumbles.
lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But they got his man complete.
Shit like that going on.
And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He'll drop to throw. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
He's playing horrible.
2nd and 9.
Fuck.
Barkley inside handoff. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Now Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice, long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And now Love going to change things up. They'll look to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Again, it's Love. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
What the fuck are you doing back there, McKinney? Sheesh.
Into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jahan Dotson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by something much already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
Oh, I should have threw that first one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's on me anyway. Fuck it.
2 yards away from midfield at the
Just didn't want to quit.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous.
I had Watson too. I didn't think he was gonna break like that.
7 points in the NFL. That's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Up the middle with Barkley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 40.
It all started with that fumble. He got downhill after that.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw.
Why are you smacking the ball?
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some...
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
I beat myself.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Back to throw again. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And a carbon copy there, at least as far as the results are concerned, as he'll be dropped behind the line yet again. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a